Hello, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages. I'm Windhoof, and this is the look at the rogue talents. Hopefully this time it won't crash on me like it did 3 other times before. Let's find out! First, we'll be looking at the Assassination talents. First is our level 15 talents. We have Master Poisoner, increases the damage done by your poisons by 10% and their non-damaging effects by 20%. Then we have Elaborate Planning. Your finishing moves grant 20% increased damage done for 6 seconds. We then have Hemorrhage. Rips a gushing wound in the target, dealing X amount of physical damage and increasing bleed damage from your abilities on the target by 30% for 20 seconds. For our level 30 talents, we have Night Stalker. While stealth is active, you move 20% faster and your abilities deal 50% more damage. Then we have Subterfuge. Your abilities requiring stealth can still be used for 3 seconds after stealth breaks. Also causes Grout to deal 100% increased damage and have no cooldown when used in stealth or 3 seconds after stealth breaks. Then we have Shadow Focus. Ability costs 50% less energy while stealth is active. For level 45 we have Deeper Stratagem. You may have a maximum of 6 combo points. Your finishing moves consume up to 6 combo points, and your finishing moves deal 20% increased damage. Then we have Anticipation. You may have a maximum of 8 combo points. Finishers still consume a maximum of 5 combo points. Third, we have Vigor. Increases your maximum energy by 50 and your energy regeneration by 10%. For our level 60 talent, we have Leeching Poison. Coats your weapon with a non-lethal poison that lasts for 1 hour, granting you 10% leech. Then we have Elusiveness. Feint also reduces all damage you take from non-area effect attacks by 30% for 5 seconds. We then have Cheat Death. Fatal attacks instead reduce you to 7% of your maximum health for 3 seconds afterwards. You take 85% reduced damage, cannot trigger more often than once per 2 minutes. For our level 75 talents, we have Thuggy. Resets the remaining cooldown on Garrote when the target dies with your Garrote activated. Next, we have Prey on the Weak. Enemies disabled with your Kidney Shot, Cheap Shot, or Sap take 10% increased damage from all sources. Third, we have Internal Bleeding. Kidney Shot also deals X amount of bleed damage per combo point over 12 seconds. For our level 90 talents, we have Agonizing Poison. Coats your weapons with a lethal poison that lasts for 1 hour. Each strike has a 20% chance to poison the enemy for 12 seconds, increasing all damage taken from your abilities by 8%, stacking up to 5 times. Damage bonus increases by mastery potent poisons. Next we have Velocity. Your finishing moves have a 20% chance per combo point to grant 1% haste for 20 seconds, stacking up to 25 times. Thirdly, we have Blood Sweat. Each time your Rupture and Rope deals damage, the effect has a 20% chance to spread to an additional nearby target. And for our level 100 talents, we have Venom Rush. Venomous wounds grant 3 additional energy each time it grants energy. Then we have Marked for Death. Marks a target, instantly generating 5 combo points. Cooldown resets if the target dies within 1 minute. And finally, we have Death from Above. Finishing move that empowers your weapons with shadow energy and performs a devastating 2-part attack. You whirl around, dealing up to X amount of damage to all enemies within 8 yards. Then leap into the air and envenom your target on the way back down with such force that it has a 50% strong effect. Now we'll take a look at the talents for Outlaw, which replaces, I believe, the previous specialization that was called Combat. For our level 15 talents, we have Ghostly Strikes. Strikes an enemy with your cursed weapon, dealing X amount of physical damage and causing the target to take 10% increased damage from your abilities for 15 seconds. Next we have Swordmaster. Saber Slash has a 15% increased chance to strike an additional time. After that, we have Quick Draw. Free uses of pistol shot granted by Saber Slash now generate 1 additional combo point and deal 50% increased damage. For our level 30 talents, we get Grappling Hook. Launch a grappling hook and pull yourself to the target location. Next, we have Acrobatic Strikes. Increases the range on all your melee attacks by 3 yards. Thirdly, we have Hit and Run. Increases your movement speed at all times by 15%. For our level 45 talents, these are the same as the previous specialization. For our level 60 talents, we have Iron Stomach. Increases the healing you receive from Crimson Vial, Healing Potions, and Health Stones by 30%. The talents Elusiveness and Cheat Death are the same as the previous specializations. For our level 75 talents, we get Parlay. Replaces Blind, which pacifies a target not in combat who is forced to negotiate instead of fight for 5 minutes. Only works on humanoids, demons, dragonkin. Damages caused will break the peace. Limit 1. Then we have Dirty Tricks. Gouge, Blind, Cheap Shot, and Sap no longer cost energy. For our level 90 talents, we have Cannonball Barrage. Command a ghost ship crew to barrage the target area with cannonballs, doing X amount of physical damage over 1.8 seconds and slowing enemies by 50% for 1.5 seconds. Elasticity is the same as the previous specializations. We then have Killing Spree. Teleport to an enemy within 10 yards and attack 7 times over 3 seconds for X amount of physical damage with your main hand and X amount of physical damage with your offhand. While Blade Flurry is active, each Killing Spree attack will teleport to and damage a different nearby enemy target. For our level 100 talent, we have Slice and Dice. Finishing move that consumes combo points to increase attack speed by 100%. Lasts longer per combo point. 12 seconds, 18, 24 seconds, 30, and 36 seconds. Our next talents marked for Death and Death from Above do the same thing as the previous specialization talents. Next, we'll be looking at the talents for Subtlety. For our level 15 talents, we have Master of Subtlety. Attacks made while stealthed and for 6 seconds after breaking stealth cause an additional 10% damage. Next, we have Weapon Master. Your abilities have a 6% chance to hit the target twice each time they deal damage. Then we have Gloom Blade. Punctures your target with your shadow-infused blade for X amount of shadow damage. For our level 30 talents, we have Night Stalker. While Stealth or Shadow Dance is active, you move 20% faster and your abilities deal 15% more damage. The talents Subterfuge and Shadow Focus are the same as the previous specializations. The level 45 talents are the same as the previous specializations. For our level 60 talents, we have Soothing Darkness. You heal 3% of your maximum life every 1 second while stealth is active. The talents Elusiveness and Cheat Death are the same as the previous specializations. For our level 75 talents, we have Strike from the Shadows. Shadow Strike also stuns your target for 2 seconds. Players are dazed for 5 seconds instead. Prey on the Weak is the same as the previous specializations. We next have Tangled Shadow. Nightblade now decreases the target's movement speed by an additional 20%. For our level 90 talents, we have Premeditation. Cheap Shot and Shadow Strike generate 1 additional combo point. Elasticity is the same as the previous specializations. Enveloping Shadow. Finishing moves that generate 1 combo point every 3 seconds. Lasts longer per combo point spent, which will go from 6, 12, 18, 24, and 30 seconds. And for our last level of talents, we have Master of Shadows. You immediately gain 30 energy when you enter stealth or activate Shadow Dance. And the talents marked for Death and Death from Above are the same as the previous specializations. Thank you for watching this look at the Rouge talents. If you liked it, please like. If you didn't, then hit the dislike button. Don't really care. If you want to see other videos I've done, maybe hit the subscribe button. And if you want to see any of the other talents for the other classes, please click any of the videos that you see before you. And I hope to see you in the next video. Later!